Hi, Mohnish. This is a pinch me, I'm a dreaming moment, a very great honor to meet you. If you were to start from scratch and be kind of a small time investor again, would you spend more time hunting for deals in smaller micro cap companies just because there's more inefficiencies? And then just more generally, you talk about that you love Turkey investing. Are there other asymmetries that small time investors like us can be utilizing just because larger, more institutional investors just can't go after or hunt in certain places?
Yeah, that's a great question, Nick. And actually, Joel Greenblatt made an observation that if, someone was starting out with $100,000 to invest or $1 million to invest or $10,000 to invest, they could look in all kinds of nooks and crannies that most other people couldn't. Merger arbitrage, junk bonds, just different places you can go to some crevices that a lot of other people cannot go into simply because you couldn't put much capital to work. And if you are really good at that, I mean, if you started with $1 million and you were really good at what you were doing, you wouldn't be sitting with $1 million after 5 or 10 years. It might be several $1 million. And as you increase the capital under management, your ability to keep focused on those nooks and crannies changes because you can't be making $100,000 bets on a $10-20 million portfolio. You can do it on a $1 million portfolio. And so you would naturally move up. So you might start off looking at things where you could put 100,000 to work. And after a few years, you might be looking at things where you might put $1 million to work, which means that that 100,000 space has vacuum now. So investing has an interesting phenomena where the lower end spaces continue to become new fertile hunting grounds for new entrants because the incumbent players have moved on. The successful ones have moved on. The unsuccessful ones we don't care about. And so it's almost an evergreen business from that point of view. It's also a business where the little guy has an advantage over the big guy. So the little guy can go all kinds of places. When Berkshire and Buffett made their bet on the Japanese conglomerates, the trading companies, it was Mickey Mouse for Warren Buffett. I mean, it took him a year to put the money to work. And he did it just, for the hell of it, but didn't really move the needle much for Berkshire Hathaway. But for somebody else, that could move the needle a lot. I mean, they could deliver some spectacular returns on a portfolio, even a sizable portfolio by doing that. So yes, absolutely, you can do well by looking at nooks and crannies. And there's always nooks and crannies to look at. And I didn't have any particular affinity towards Turkey. I just saw that in 2018, it was screening really cheap. It was screening super cheap. And it was screening cheap because the currency was unstable and everyone was exiting. And I happened to have a friend in Turkey who's kind of a classic Ben Graham type investor. And I just told him, listen, I'd like to visit Turkey and I just want to visit the companies in your portfolio, starting with the one that you have the most money in and going down the list. And don't take me to any business where you don't have money invested. And he was very excited to do that. And here we are with I think at this point, maybe 70% of my assets are in Turkey. And there was no plan to be there 5 years or 6 years ago. So that's the nature of it.